Hey, Marianne here, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to install and configure SumoMe's list builder on your personal website. And in this example, I'll be using a Wix.com website to show you how it works. Now, if you're not familiar with the SumoMe products or list builder specifically, basically what list builder is a completely free way for you to increase the number of email subscribers you have to your site. And the way it does this is by presenting your users with a pop-up asking them for their email right when your user is about to leave the site. So there's some pretty cool technology behind it so that it knows exactly when the right time is to do it. And it's a tried and true way to increase the number of subscribers that you're able to reach on a daily basis. So let's get started. You can see I'm on the SumoMe.com homepage. And if you've never been here before and don't have an account, the easiest thing to do is to type in your site's URL in the white box here and to click the green Try It Now button. That will prompt you to create a new account and get you started with the tools for your website all in one step. I actually already have a SumoMe account, so to configure a new website, I'll go under the account dropdown and click My Sites. And actually you can see I don't have any sites right now that are running SumoMe, which is very sad. So we're going to change that. I actually created a cool new blog for the purposes of this demo, and now I'm thinking that maybe I'll be internet famous someday. But let's start here. Got to start somewhere. And I want to add my new site. And by the powers of Google Chrome, I entered that URL in record time. And on the next page I'm brought to, I see some HTML. Now, if you're not super HTML savvy and haven't done a lot of editing with it, don't be intimidated. This is literally a copy and paste. All I have to do is click once and the entire thing has been copied to my clipboard. Now, how the heck do I add that HTML to my Wix.com website? So I'm on the editor page here, and the way I do it is click on this Add button on the left. You can see various options in the menu, but if I have the More option selected, I can find a way to add HTML code. What I'm presented with here is this little gray box. Don't worry, it's not going to display to your end users that way or you when you're using your website day to day. But I do know that the borders of this box confine what will display when you enter that HTML in. So I'm going to make this as big as I can within the constraints of my web page. And that way we'll be able to see the entire List Builder dashboard, which I'll be able to show you in just a couple minutes. Okay, nice and big. Next, I'll enter in that code we copied. Click paste, and I'm done. Now, on the right-hand side of my screen, I can see the SumoMe menu. So I know that I've got that code in there correctly, and I'm ready to rock and roll. But first, I've got to activate my List Builder app. So to show you how to do this, I'm just going to go into preview mode. All right. So the top icon here, this little crown, is the apps icon. And that opens, I'll see the whole suite of SumoMe applications. Most of them are off by default, but I would encourage you to play around with those as well and see how they can increase traffic to your website, help you share more content. There's all sorts of cool stuff that these apps can do. Today we'll focus on List Builder. So just to activate it, I clicked once and confirm that I meant to do that. And now it's active. I've got a couple options here in terms of different tiers of SumoMe that I can proceed with, but to show you the basics, all I need is the free version. Now, I mentioned before that we've got this really sweet List Builder dashboard, and that's what you see here. So I can select a date range and see how many email addresses I've collected in that time. I can see who my recent subscribers are and various other statistics. So there's not much data on here right now because this is a brand new website, but you can see how easy it is going to be for me to monitor the increase in my subscriptions after I've got this all set up. You've got various other things you can configure on the left-hand side here. Some of them are available with the basic mode, and some of them are available with those pro modes that we saw in that last screen. Today I'm going to focus on how to modify the design of the pop-up that your users will receive. So we do have some templates you can use if you aren't feeling very creative. If you prefer, you can edit each element individually. So you can edit the heading, the font, the size, the color. Every little aspect of that pop-up is yours to control. So in my case, I think rather than join our newsletter, that's kind of bland, I want to say want more donuts. And everyone wants more donuts, so I think that's going to go pretty well for me. And I could also change the color. I could change that smaller text, email prompt, color of the subscribe button, etc. So I can play around with that to my heart's content. I think this is fine for now, and I think we will move on to the Success tab. Now, the purpose of this, not only do we want our users to provide their email addresses, it's nice to acknowledge that they did so and thank them and give that visual confirmation. So just like we modified the subscribe pop-up, you can also modify the success pop-up in the same way. So that's really all there is to it. Once I've got my changes saved and my website published, it will be live for my users and I can start monitoring that dashboard and see the results right away. If you have any questions about what I've shown or if you run into any issues, if you go to the SumoMe.com website, there's a great help page that has a lot of frequently asked questions as well as a way to put in an issue ticket for the Sumo team to take a look at. So I would recommend doing that if there is something that I didn't cover. But in the meantime, have fun getting this all set up, and I hope that you see some great results really quickly. Thanks.